My 27M ex-boyfriend disappeared for 3 months without any explanation. I-25F. I-25F was in a relationship with a guy 27M for 1 year. Everything was going just great between us. He's loving and caring and kindhearted. He made me happy. All of the sudden everything changed. He completely disappeared for 3 whole months. 3 whole months like he never existed. No explanation, no calls, nothing. I tried to call him every day. I went to his workplace, his home, his family place. Everywhere I was looking for him everywhere, and I was worried sick about him. After 2 months of him being missing, I was like, yeah, he simply just ghosted me completely. It was the first feeling ever. After 3 months of him being missing, he hit me up 3 days ago and he said, "Hey, how are you?" How am I? How am I? You're fucking kidding me. You disappear for 3 whole months, no explanation. And even when you come back you give zero explanation to just, "Hey, how are you?" I ignored his message and blocked him. Ever since, and he's calling me non-stop. Texting me on my socials. He even came to my home knocking and I ignored him. IDK, what to do? I am lost. He had his chance to explain but he didn't, he just said, "Hey, how are you?" The first thing you should say after being gone for 3 months is, "Where were you and why did you disappear?" I just don't get it. He keeps calling me and sending me messages saying that I should allow him to explain, but I don't think I want to hear it anymore because he simply just doesn't care about me, or else he would have gave me a heads up before he disappeared. IDK, what to do? Any advices? He probably did 90 days in the Grey Bar Motel. Block and move on. He was in rehab or jail. There aren't really any other options other than alien abduction for him not calling for 3 months. All his texts and none of them explained? He just wants a chance to lie and manipulate you face to face. No. You're doing the right thing. Do not talk to him. He doesn't respect you. He is as good as dead now. Maybe he went back to the future and in the flux capacitor got the date wrong. It's either that or heroin. My boyfriend, 33M, does not like that I, 28F, go out in pubs. My boyfriend is introvert and pubs and nightclubs are not his thing. I am a bit different. I like pubs. It's nice to go out and have some drinks from time to time and to dance and chill. I am with my boyfriend for nearly 2 years and I've reduced my going out to pubs. Mostly, I'll go during the day to have some drinks with my girlfriends. My boyfriend told me that pubs is not his thing and he prefers to hang out at home or go to friendly restaurants. He also told me he doesn't like me going out with friends at night. If I want to go out, he will take me. Recently, a new pub has opened. I told him to take me there. His reaction was, "Ooh no, I don't want to go there. You're a grown-up woman now. These places should not appeal to you." I felt such a fury inside of me. I told him, "You yourself told me I cannot go out with my friends and you are unwilling to take me. What should I do? You made me feel bad for wanting to go there. And now he is saying he will take me just so that I don't go there with friends. I don't want to now. I feel weird. Because he did not consider me. He wanted to have things his way and made me feel bad. Otherwise he is a good man, he takes care of me. He may not be lovey-dovey but he makes effort. I don't know how to feel. TLR. My boyfriend told me to go out with him only but he makes me feel stupid when I asked him to take me to a pub. I don't know why you didn't just end things when he told you that you weren't allowed to go without him in the evening if that's something you enjoy doing with your friends. He's entitled to not want to date someone who goes to pubs and clubs, but making rules for you is controlling bullshit. If you like being under his thumb and treated like a child, stick around. I'm sure he'll find other ways to isolate and control you. If you want to see your friends and go to pubs, end it. You're not compatible people. You have completely different wants and form of entertainment. If you are a person that likes to go out, and he's one that likes to stay home, you're going to have nothing but problems and resentment down the road. Dating people is to see if you're compatible. You're not. Yeah, this is controlling. You're not too old for pubs. I'm 39 and when a new pub opens in my town I'm always up for having a drink there to check it out. It sounds like you have different ideas of what you want your social lives to look like. Feels like it is less about the pub and more about he doesn't want you to get hit on when you go out. It happened to me in exactly the same situation. I stopped going out. My life is running out of my hands now. I'm 36 and I resent him and more. Leave now when you have time and youth. He will try to control more aspects of your life. Am I, 25M? Overreacting to the cake? My girlfriend, 24F, of 3 years got me. Throwaway because my girlfriend follows my main. So me and my girlfriend have been together for almost 3 years and this is the first big fight we've ever had. For some context, our birthdays were last week and are 1 day apart. We decided to do a joint party with all of our friends with the agreement we would get each other the cakes the other wanted. My GF's favorite cake is a local specialty only made at one restaurant in the next town over. I on the other hand love cheesecake. I told her it could be any cheesecake and I'd be fine with the one from our local supermarket as it's pretty good. So the day before the party I drove about an hour each way to get my GF's cake. So we had the party and everything was going great till we brought the cakes out. My girlfriend had gotten me just a cookie cake instead of a cheesecake. This really made me upset as I don't even like cookie cake that much. The cake part is fine. I just don't like the icing. I didn't say anything at the party, but when we got home I told my girlfriend I was really upset she didn't get me the cake I wanted when I got her the one she wanted, but she told me that I was overreacting and only little kids care about their birthday cake this much. Our friends are split between whether it's a big deal or not, so should I let this go or is it a serious issue? You drove 2 hours to get her favorite cake. It's not just a cake. It's the importance she has for you, and that is showing affection. She on the other hand dismissed your feelings in a very childish way, like a little kid who doesn't like being called out. I think you should talk to her seriously, express how her action made you feel, and she should show understanding and apologize. Good luck. Your feelings are important. She has shown that she doesn't think that making minimum effort to please you is important to her. I think that's a serious issue. The cake itself might not be a really big deal, but her telling you that you're overreacting when you talk to her about your feelings is a problem. Is this a pattern? How does she typically react when you share your feelings? How hard is it to get a cheesecake? That takes minimal effort. Your girlfriend is being an ass for not apologizing. Next year get her a cheesecake. I'm not sure if my boyfriend, M28, is using consent against me, F27, or if I explained it wrong. My boyfriend and I have been together for over 5 years. Due to our respective jobs we go through periods of long distance every now and then. A few weeks ago, after one of these 6-month chunks of time, we reunited. We went out for dinner and drinks, then went home. We started having sex and were both super into it because clearly we'd missed each other. At some point I asked to get some lube cause we'd been going for a while, but he kept going and said that he wanted to make me wet so we didn't need the lube. It hurt though, so I asked him to stop. He asked didn't I miss him too, and I said yes, but it hurts, so can we get lube or stop? Anyway, he stopped and seemed really upset. We talked the next day and I brought up consent. He apologized and seemed really genuine. The issue is now, he won't come near me. He only reciprocates if I initiate, but even then won't do anything unless I explicitly ask, even kiss my neck. I feel confused because I didn't mean I wanted every little thing to be a conversation. I just asked that when I said stop he didn't try to negotiate with me. I don't feel like I can complain because technically your boyfriend wanting consent at all times is a good thing, but is there a way I can bring it up without sounding like I'm contradicting myself? He may just not sure exactly what you want and is trying to abide by your request. He's old enough that he should know. But if he hasn't been in many relationships he might not and is trying to not cross a line. Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. Hanlon's razor. He does need it explained that sometimes women just need lube. Having an erection doesn't mean we're turned on. Being flaccid doesn't mean we aren't. It's the same for women. Sometimes the body is just weird. He is manipulating you. When you find yourself deeply confused and second-guessing very basic concepts of self-worth, you are most assuredly being fucked with. Childish behavior for a 28-year-old man. Is that the first time things don't go his way, he gets upset and resumes sex? I feel like this is an ego thing. It happens, lube is perfectly fine. Okay. Let me explain this because this subreddit is full of shit a lot of the time and commenters are the worst kinds of people. If your boyfriend is a good man, which I will say he is because you chose him, he's scared. He is scared that he really hurt you, and is terrified of hurting you again. He's overcorrecting because of these reasons. He is scared of making you uncomfortable and making you think that he's a monster. The way that this is corrected is giving it time, talking to him about how you're grateful he's taking consent seriously, and also very importantly, talking about nonverbal signs of consent.